second point is processing. See, do not be confused what I have given in the processes. The processing, I have given different types of processing. That processing was the types of processing. What all types of processing we have given in the third video or second video, if you third or fourth video I think, that what is the types of processing. There we have discussed electronics processing, mechanical processing, manual processing, batch processing, something like that. But here I am talking about processing, how it is happening. There we have discussed a type of processing, and then we have seen electronic processing was for the computer. But today we are going to see in the computer how the processing is happening. Okay. So what is basically meaning? Which device of the computer, which part of the computer basically is doing the processing? So first point is CPU, Central Processing Unit. So this is the part of the computer basically. This is the part. The part is called CPU, Central Processing Unit. This is the part which is responsible for doing any type of processing. So what is the meaning of processing in computer? Meaning is, okay, the device which act on data and give the necessary output or result. The device which act on data or which process on data, you can say, process on data and give the necessary output. Or result. Third point, in our computer, this processing CPU is also, there is something called microprocessor, which is also called as CPU. So CPU in our computer microprocessor, also called as CPU, okay, which is responsible to do the processing on the data. So fourth point, it is also called as brain of computer. Okay. See, I have written 4 points. This is the basic point. Then we will give the how basically CPU is working. So when I will be talking the processing in terms of computer, that means the device, the parts of the computer which is responsible for the processing is called Central Processing Unit. Okay, Central Processing Unit is the parts of computer which is responsible for doing any types of processing. So what basically the processing means is, the processing means the device which process on data. So whatever the data you are giving to the computer, on that data, Central Processing Unit is the device which is acting, which is taking the action, which is processing and giving the necessary output or result. Let us say you have given some marks, okay, you have given your marks and all these things, and then you wanted to see that, and you have given some conditions. See, I have a marks, and let us say you have given something like, my name is Pradeep, my marks mean mathematics is 10, science is 20, English is 80. Let us say you have given this marks. Now you wanted to say to a computer, see, I am putting the pass mark as pass mark is greater than or equals to 20. So you are saying that, see, I am entering the name of the student is Pradeep, math marks is 10, science marks is 20, English marks is 80, and I am giving the condition that, see, if the student have marks greater than 20 in any subject, then only he can pass. Then what computer will do? It will say fail. It will say pass. It will say pass. So what you have done? You have given the data as an input. You have given this data as an input, but you have given some condition. You have given some instruction. You have given the data. You have given the instruction. On the instruction, computer has given you the result. So who is doing this one? Something has been done, right? If you will do from your brain, then what you will say? You will say, okay, 10 is less than 20, no, okay, that means fail. Okay, 20 is equal to 20, that means is pass. 80 is greater than 20, that means pass. So you are using your brain to say. But in the computer, who is doing this one? Because you have given the instruction to computer. So central processing unit is the device or the part of computer who is responsible to do this. So the device which process on the data, the device, CPU device which process on the data and give the necessary output. The output is, this is the output what you have needed, and they have given the output. So it means it is what? It is that necessary result. In our computer, microprocessor also called as CPU. So basically CPU is a microprocessor. It is a very small unit. Micro means small. A processor means the processing things, right? So it is a very small chip basically. In the computer, it's a very small constructions of CPU is there, but it is doing a large work, huge work that you cannot think of. It is also called as brain of computer. So you can see that in the CPU, in the computer, CPU is doing all the things. So it is basically, I have given very small questions, very small, but it is a brain of computer. Means if computer is doing anything, that means only because of CPU. If CPU has any problem, computer gone. If your CPU is slow, computer is slow. If CPU is fast, your computer is very nice. So that means whenever you are going to think that, I wanted to buy one computer, you have to think from the CPU perspective. What is the CPU it is used? What is the processing unit it is used? How fast it is? Then only you can decide. Okay, so you can write this point. Then you will see what all the things present inside the CPU. Why we are saying that it is a fast and all these things. Fine, you can write it. Fine. Okay, as I have said, CPU is the brain of computer and it is doing all the calculations. So how the CPU internal architecture is? CPU internal architecture is inside the CPU will have three things: ALU, MU and CU. Okay, so you just write it down, then I will explain what is this. So basically here is, it is a CPU. When I say CPU is the brain of computer, that means inside that there is so many things present. If you will say that scan my photo, it will scan. If you will say that process on my photo, it will process. If you will say that create the video, it will be done. If you will say that no, create my resume, it will done. If you will say that create my biodata, it will done. So you are saying that image related things, it is done. You are saying that do the alphanumeric thing, it is done. So that means CPU is handling all the tasks. whatever the task you say to the computer, CPU is handling. So that means inside the CPU there is a something, some instruments is used, some process is used. One is called the ALU. So what is ALU first? First is ALU. ALU full form is Arithmetical Logical Unit. Okay. ALU is arithmetic calculations actually. Arithmetic logical unit. So whenever you are giving any instruction, any arithmetic instruction, Ank Ganitiya instruction, in the Hindi we are saying Ank Ganitiya. See, if you talk from the English computer perspective, arithmetic is easy to understand, but Ank Ganitiya is little bit difficult to understand. So arithmetics or logic. Arithmetic means 2 plus 2 4, very small things, but similarly there is a huge number of things present, right? I have given the small example. So even you are saying 2 plus 2, CPU is doing. Even you will say 89,555 into 2 into 255 plus something, that is also CPU is doing. So arithmetic things is done by the CPU, that is a arithmetical unit. And then logical unit. Logical means some logics you have to use. So there I have given name Pradeep, marks is math, science and English, and I have said, see, if it is greater or equals to 20, then say it is false. Then how the logics, because you are a human, you are using your brain, you are using your logics. See, 20 and 10, I will compare 20 and 10. Okay, 10 is less than that, so it is fail. I will compare 20 and 20, so it is greater or equal to, okay, fine, it is pass. It is 80, okay, it is greater than 20, 80. So you are using your brain to understand here, right? You are doing some logical thing, but it is a machine. Computer is a machine. So computer also giving the same result, even better than you, even better than us. It is a very small example. If you give a very large example, computer will not fail. He will give the correct information. So which part of this computer, which of the CPU is doing? This is ALU. Arithmetic logical unit inside the computer is performing this task. See, this is very important. First question can be asked, what all the parts present inside the CPU? That is ALU, MU and CU. So ALU means arithmetic logical unit, MU means memory unit, CU means control unit. I will discuss about MU and CU also. So ALU means arithmetic logical unit. So that means whatever the arithmetical things you are going to do, that will be done by the ALU. Logical things you wanted to do, you wanted to get it from the computer, that is also done by the ALU. So if I will say arithmetical logical things has been done from the computer, who is responsible? You can say that CPU, and also the inside the CPU ALU is responsible for that. So second is, okay, memory unit. Okay, so you can understand this one, right? I am saying 20 plus 20x plus 40y, 20x plus 40y equals to 6, 6x plus 9y equals to 10. You need the value of x and y. You need value of x and y. It is a very, you used to solve these questions. So 20x plus 40y equals to 6, 6x plus 9y equals to 10. Then if you wanted to solve this question, you have to go by the process, elimination process, substitution process. There is many processes you can use and fix it. It will take time. You will see that first attempt might be not be correct and all these things. But if you wanted this question need to be fixed by the computer, then which unit will be doing? ALU will be doing this one, right? So that is what ALU is also very much important. Second is MU. MU full form is memory unit. MEMORY, memory unit. Memory unit. See, we also have some brain, right? We have a brain. So today, before half an hour, somebody has told something to me, so I remembered that. Fine. But tomorrow might be I forget. Might be no. Somebody has a less brain or remembering capacity. Somebody has a good remembering capacity. So let us say you are studying some social studies, and you are studying something about the economics. Okay, and then today you have a study, and tomorrow if I will ask what you have studied, then you forget. You will have a little bit of knowledge. You can say a little bit of things, but suddenly you will say that, oh, I forgot many of the things. So we have a brain, we have some unit inside where we are able to keep something. Okay, so that suddenly somebody will ask the question, you are able to answer. Or if your memory is little bit low, then you will not able to answer the questions. Similarly, in the computer there is also memory, but the difference between our memory and their memory is, our memory is going to forget in 1 or 2 days, might be half an hour after, but their memory is keeping everything. The difference is here. That is why I am saying the computer, a human with a computer brain is very much not possible. So computer will have a memory unit which store the data, intermediate data and the final data. Let us say I am giving one question, a plus b equals to e and e plus d equals to f. So first is a plus b equals to e, and then e plus d equals to f. So it means when I am solving a plus b, I am getting e, and I have to use this data e, then I will add it in d, then I will get f. So this is the intermediate result. And this is final result. See, this value need to be used in the second equation. That means computer has to remember this value, intermediate value. It is not like this value, because if let us say we are working, what we are doing, we are going to remember this value. Okay, fine, this value is something, then I will be using in this equation, I will get a final value. But in computer, it's a machine, so something need to be present which will store, it will store the value, remember the value for some time, and then you can use this one in the final result. So mu is the unit, memory unit. It is a part of CPU. See, these all are the parts of CPU. That is why CPU is called as the brain of computer. So CPU having the mu, memory unit, which is storing the data and giving the intermediate and final result. Okay. Now another point is, you can write it down. So another point is, in the memory unit, whatever the input device is giving the data. Let us say you have given your name as, you have given Ram is a boy. You have written this one in the computer, and you wanted to do some processing. You wanted like, I want Ram boy. You wanted Ram, comma, means slash boy. You have given this line to the computer, and you wanted like, I want the output like this one, Ram slash boy. You wanted EJ, just remove. You have Sita is a girl. You have written Sita is a girl, and you want like computer should give Sita and girl. So that means some statement is given here, but you wanted to say only the name and their gender. So Ram boy, Sita girl. It is giving the meaningful information, right? Ram is a boy, Sita is a girl. So I don't want EJ things. I just want Ram boy, Sita girl. So that means you are giving some input to the computer. This will also go through the memory. That you have to remember whenever you are going to give any instruction to the computer, whether from the hard disk or whether from the input device, it should have to go through the memory unit. So all the input and all the input devices, or the all input devices or hard drive need to be processed through go through memory. Okay, so that means whatever the things we are going to do, it should pass through the memory. You are going to give this instruction a plus b something. First calculation will be done by the ALU, but it has to pass from the memory. So because when I have put it a and b, e value came, it ALU will do a plus b, it has given e, so it will store the value e, then again it will do e plus d equals to f, that means e value will go again here in the ALU and it will do. So see, both are linked. Whatever we are doing in the ALU, it need to be stored in the MU. So that is that, transfer of the value from the MU to ALU. So both are so much important. Next is control unit. And you can ask, like, see, it is a separate thing, then how this value is going here? This should be the question. ALU is one part of the CPU, MU is another part, CU is another part. So how this part is going, how this E value going to the ALU? That is done by the CU. CU is the unit, control unit. CU, I will see here. Okay, we have something called, third is CU. CU is control unit. Control, name only saying clearly. Control means it is controlling all the flow of data inside. It is, synchronizing and coordinating the data. Whatever the data is here, it came here because it is the intermediate result. Intermediate result has came to the memory unit, and then in the final result we have to use E, so you have to go to the ALU. So who is coordinating? CU. Control unit is taking the E value and putting in the MU, and again control unit will take the value E from here and put in the ALU. So it is control unit. Main task to coordinate and synchronize. Main task is to coordinate and synchronize the data. So it is coordinating. Coordinating means it is taking the, दोनों के बीच में सहमति, बात कराना, सब के बीच में बात करवाने का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सीयू का है. ALU and MU will talk by the help of control unit. Okay. So basically what it is doing, it is taking the data from here, it is sending here, but data should be decoded. So decoding, encoding we'll see later. You just understand CU is the unit, control unit, which is controlling the synchronization of the coordination of the data. Okay, fine. So next, so this is what we can see, we have seen in the diagram, ALU, MU and control unit. So if somebody will ask the CPU how it is working, now you should directly say, see, CPU is just from outside it is looking like that, but inside what is happening? Inside there is ALU, inside there is MU, inside there is CU. ALU is doing arithmetical logical calculations, MU is doing the memory unit. That means it is keeping all the, whatever the process has been done, it is keeping in the MU, and CU is coordinating between MU and ALU so that CPU is able to perform all these tasks. It is not like you have put it the baksa, that means everything is fine. You have to understand what is happening inside, and now you should be able to say to somebody, see, CPU is just not a CPU, it is a brain of computer. Why it is a brain? Because it is happening, these all things is happening inside. Okay. So next is output. In the hardware we have seen input device, processing and output device. So we'll see the output device now, and then we'll close this session. We have output device. Simple. Input device and their opposite. It is completely opposite of the input device. The definition is the device by which we are getting a result from the computer. The device by which we are getting result from the computer is called output device. So if you have given some input and CPU has done the processing, you have given 2 plus 3, 5. So input you have given by the keyboard, 2 plus 3 addition has been done by the CPU. Right? Everything is clear now. 2 plus 3 you have given from the keyboard, processing addition process has been done by the CPU, but where you will see the output? Over the monitor. So monitor is an output device. So the device by which we are getting the result is called computer. The device by which we are getting the result from the computer is called output device. So again here also, like in input device, we'll have input type and their device, right? Input type, different input type, different devices are there. In the output also we'll have a different output type and different types of devices. So we'll see which all types are there and what is the devices. Okay. Okay, you can write this. Then we'll see here output. You will write output type and then output device. Right? So first is, if you need visual output, what things you need? The monitor. Visual output means you wanted to see something. Visualize, seeing from the open eyes. That means you need monitor. On the monitor only you can see the things. So for the visual output, what device you need? Monitor. To the sound, output you wanted as a sound, right? What you need? Speaker, right? If you need visual output, let us say you are playing a song and you need a visual, video song actually. That means you need monitor and video. Video sound means like video and also the sound should be coming. Audio and video both are there. If you need audio, then a speaker. If you need video, then audio and monitor plus a speaker both is needed. Okay. Next is output has a two type basically. This output has a two types. So we can divide this one like. We can divide the output in like. One is hard copy output. Another is soft copy output. See, you might have listened this word hard copy, soft copy. So you might be confused like what is the meaning of hard copy, what is the meaning of soft copy. See, output type will have two things, hard copy and soft copy. So we have seen something called hardware and software, right? It is similar one. Hardware means you can touch, software means you cannot touch. Hard copy means you can touch, soft copy means you cannot touch. So if you need hard copy, that means let us say you want something to be printed. Okay, you have some document, you need that, I need a printed things. You have gone to the shop, you told like okay, print it and give it the copy. So that means the things which is coming from the devices which you can touch, like which devices can come in the output, this one hard copy output, printer. Printer is the device from where you can get the hard copy, right? Let us say you have made some assignment, you need a hard copy of that. printer is the device. If we talk from the soft copy, that means you need something, you have created something, but you do not need a hard copy, but you wanted to see over the monitor, you wanted to see over somewhere computer. So what devices? Printer is the device used, right? In the hard copy, printer is the device used. In the soft copy, you can say monitor is the device. Monitor device is used to get the soft copy. Hard copy means printer is the device. You can say that a speaker is also a soft copy, right? Because a speaker, you are seeing the volume, you are listening the volume, but you are not able to touch this. So a speaker is also a soft copy output. A speaker is also a soft copy output device. So hard copy output means hard copy where we are getting the hard copy. Soft copy output means where we are getting the soft copy, okay, which you cannot touch. So these are the computer hardware part. So next is software part. We'll see in the next session. We will take a software part, or I might take some other sessions. Okay, so we'll discuss on that point. This is the end of our hardware part. So today's session is very interactive, very nice. You can go through it 2 or 3 times to understand completely. Thank you.